be right back, and then we can get started. All right, you guys ready to get started? Is 3. All right, we're live. Welcome everyone to the Stonewalkers game. We are just starting chapter 2. I don't think I should say it, but spoilers if you're not interested in getting spoilers for the campaign. Alright, so where we last left off, you guys have successfully located where Taln's Honor Blade is in Rathalos, or the Rift. A large divide in the land in the Forgotten Hills? Something Hills. The Something Hills. I don't remember. It's some. Actually, I can hit hills, right? Unclaimed Hills. There we go. But you have to figure out a way to get away from the war camps. After all, leaving just on a quest is technically treason for half of you. So, that being the case, what do you guys do? How do you guys plan on getting out of the war camps? You have some favors to call in, as well as a patron to make use of. And as well, this may be the last time for a while you might be in anywhere where you can buy or sell items easily, so you might want to consider that before heading out.
Should actually take a look at what I can buy.
Same.
I have something to sell.
A lot that you can do at the Spear Exchange. They made this location seem like it was way more important. I guess it's just like a location you can buy things at. if you want to at this point in the game, but most characters should start with like the kind of gear that they want. Well, if you want heavier armor, I suppose.
How much is heavier armor? Do I need it?
It depends. How heavy armor do you want? Because yeah, y'all can just go to the compendium and you can look at the items tab and you can get most stuff there. I would believe, I mean, obviously not shard plate. And then I believe the sword exchange has access to pretty much everything else. And even if it didn't, I would imagine that the outer markets would, even though it doesn't really go into that in the books. Let's see here.
Your trumpets are expensive.
Yeah, okay, so the market, or the spear exchange has all heavy and light weapons, along with any armor up to 120 marks.
120 marks.
Yep. Which I think breastplates... Yeah, breastplates 120 marks. Am I planning on keeping the gold system? I mean, I'm going to keep seeing if we can make it work. Though, to be honest, it feels like a really clunky... It feels more like a roleplay guide than it does like an actual mechanic. I'm going to be honest. But if it allows my players to tell me the kind of things they want by setting those kind of goals, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Why would I ever want to choose breastplate over chainmail? Just to be presentable?
Let's see.
You know what we need in a desert planet? A net for fishing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't it
it's
desert
not a desert
planet?
planet. They have oceans.
The biggest
Seen
thing about
nowadays.
this planet, it has a giant fuck all storm that comes in and dumps a lot of rain. The defining feature of a desert is no rain.
You know what? You got me there. I honestly don't know why you would want a breastplate. Well, I guess presentable can be good. You draw less suspicion when you are in presentable armor, but you have to have the proficiency for it anyway.
Yeah, so I have to take take an expertise in breastplate to
There's
make
also,
it even a little bit viable.
There's also talent that you can pick up that makes presentable stuff give you higher DCs as well on
Yeah.
your physical and spiritual, I think.
Weird.
I think so.
Anyway, I guess I just want to get rid of my short spear.
Okay. Well, you can definitely sell most items for about 50% of their cost.
I got that for free.
Well, you can look up short spear in the market.
Yeah.
I believe it's not that much. Yeah, you can get 5 marks off of it.
Yeah. Is there anything we really need?
Apparently tuning forks can help you recharge shard plate and half shards.
Yes.
Huh. Oh.
To be fair, it's not just
Probably-
normal tuning forks.
Probably rope and stuff like that.
Do we want these healing potions?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, like in D&D, spyglasses are expensive.
Yeah, it's almost like working glass is very rare in medieval type societies.
They got plenty of
Nah.
bottles.
True.
Bottles 1 mark. That's a lot of glass.
Yeah, but spyglass is a very much more delicate type of glass. Granted, it's one of those things where I'm like, does this, like, it's like realism kind of getting in the way of the game, where it's like, I get it, but at the same time, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're just gonna make players not buy spyglasses.
A mirror is only 25. Am I able to pick up lockpicks here?
I have lockpicks. Don't worry about why I have lockpicks.
Oh, you have lockpicks.
What did I just say?
Slams the
dark eyes.
table. What did I
Fucking
just
dark
say?
eyes. You can't even listen to a goddamn light eyes.
You probably could find someone, especially in the outer markets, or probably Camp Salurio, find someone who will sell you lockpicks. You will need to make a... It looks like I don't know what skills are in this game, but the problem with me is there's so many skills I look at for many different types of games. I don't remember what is in what most of the time. You can make your choice of insight or insight or persuasion to find someone willing to sell you lockpicks. DC 12.
14.
Okay. Yeah. Out in the outer markets, there's no shortage of shady stalls and such, and you know.
Are they only 1 mark apiece?
No, I believe they're 5 marks, are they not?
They're
Yeah,
5.
they're 5 marks.
Oh, why is it in such a different spot? Maybe it's the same if I look at something like this.
Should we buy a butt ton of
No,
rations?
the gap is just weird. Okay.
That depends on how you plan on getting where you're planning on going. Because you could work it in a way where whoever is funding your trip might just provide rations.
That's true. We can just ask our boy Amaran to send us there.
That is true.
I think we'll need a 10-foot ladder.
I mean, to be fair, you are heading to a place known as the Rift.
True. It is kind of just a pit into the ground.
I guess I was a little eager in my planning for today's session. I didn't realize we were going to be having a extended shopping episode at the beginning.
Yeah. Because Alex is gone, we have to draw it out as much as possible.
That's true.
Because we obviously have like 5 duels planned.
Yeah, can I duel someone for shards?
Oh yeah, I guess because most people on the stream can't tell, Baranor won't be joining us today. His character will just be in the background.
Hey, Baranor, how's it going?
He's busy haggling. Stay back. You'll distract him.
He's in NPC mode. Just leave him alone.
Oh no. He has the stare.
He has the stare. He's just looking into Shadesmar. That's all.
It's okay.
Oh God.
We'll have this be the deep dive Lurio episode.
Uh-oh. I'm kidding.
Uh-oh.
Why doesn't he say Gancho? He's only said it once.
It's true.
Don't Gacho shave him.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even think
Not
I've
a
ever
real
even seen him
Finalizing.
eat some chowta.
True.
Wow.
Finally, a word I read correctly.
To be fair, that's because in the book when they talk about it, Kaladin's like, "Do you mean chowder?" And he's like, "No." So you kind of have a phonetic like similarity.
Chowda.
By the way, Alicia, how far are you in your book?
Let me check.
Notice you didn't even ask Voodoo.
I don't judge. Reading's hard.
He's
True.
doing the audiobook.
Listening is hard. Especially in this group.
Cam, I have to. Speaking of listening, I have to impose upon you. I'm going at this blind.
Okay. Anyway. So, Alicia, how far are you in your book?
I'm almost done with chapter 58, like 42 seconds.
That's pretty far, if I'm remembering how many chapters are in. You're still in Words of Radiance?
Yeah.
Slowpokes.
Shush.
No.
I'm almost done with book 1 of Mistborn.
I'm not skipping White Sand Omnibus because my autism won't let me. I have to read the Cosmere in order.
Well,
Fair.
that an order just randomly made up, not randomly, but made up by someone.
Yes. I committed to the order. I have to stick to it.
I've just been told that it's a skip, so I'm skipping it.
Yeah,
Also,
So
it's a
have I.
visual novel thing, and that's a little bit harder to do audiobook-wise.
that's fair. But, I mean, I did also just buy the first 3 Mistborn books today.
I did,
So,
I saw. It's exciting. Mistborn is hype.
so I've heard. Alex has said nothing bad about it.
I'm so excited and yet scared because I have so many Mistborn books to get through now. But it's been good. I really like it so far.
Yeah. I mean, I just by... Cause I only bought them because all of the first 3 of Mistborn are just completely, like, there's a bunch of people in line for holds at the local library, so I was like, I'm not going to wait for this.
Oh yeah.
And I also supported local bookstores. Support local businesses.
Hell yeah.
Let them perish.
All right. How's y'all's shopping going?
Sure is.
I'm so broke now.
I am hesitant to buy things until we know how we're getting there, everyone.
All right. Well, maybe y'all should discuss how you're planning on getting there.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, people owe you some favors, and you are in the good graces of High Marshal Amaram.
I was assuming we were going to use Amaram to help us out.
Oh yeah, we also gotta convince some people to come along with us.
Oh yeah.
A hunting chicken.
Yeah, they're known for flying off and hovering over your prey. Oh, circling, flying. They don't hover, but you know.
Are we
Oh,
just going with Amaram, or what other options we got?
Well, you guys do have some connections with Bettany, who's a
Bettany.
relatively, you know, important light eyes, as well as goodness, what was her name?
The gambling lady.
Well, you don't owe her a favor anymore. She gave you information for it.
Yeah, but we can go and beat her again. She wasn't that hard.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I would say Liz probably is a bit more connected if you wanted to have her help you out.
I mean, we already joined Amaram's whole deal. He could probably get us out the easiest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Might as well make use of our affiliated group.
Okay. So, what do you tell Amaram?
I don't remember what he knows. He doesn't know that any of us are Radiants.
He doesn't know that any of you are Radiants. He doesn't know anything about the Honor Blade as it currently stands. Only that you got some interesting information out of Talon, and as well, you know about Liss, who seems to be someone that his men at least alluded to that he knew about to some degree. You also know that he's associated with a group called Sons of Honor, and from what Baranor said, he seemed very eager about reviving the Radiants for some oncoming doomsday.
And we can just tell him that, like, we heard the Talon mention something about the Rathalis, and that we would like to head over there and check out why he would mention something like that.
True, though you didn't mention this to him before when you
Yeah.
guys spoke to him.
I guess it might be good to just sort of ask Liss how she's connected to him. So we can see if we can use that.
Okay. Well, if you go and talk to Liz about it, you can oftentimes find her at the Creme Oven Bakery. She'll tell you that she has no direct connections to Amram, but he seems to be a very wily fellow, and he's been hanging out with a strange group called the Sons of Honor, whom seems to be connected to not just Amram, but several other notable figures in the kingdom as well. Given how wide their network seems to be, it wouldn't surprise her that they've heard of her to some degree. And Liz does happen to know some very interesting things about the inner workings of the Alethi kingdom. None of which she's willing to share with you guys, but she does let you know that, she knows some things. It's also important to remember that you guys have been to a Radiant temple found in the Forgotten Lands before. And you do have connections with the scholar who did study them.
That's true. We get her to testify that there was something in there mentioning Rathalis.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad call-in on her for that.
There's also my mom. I could tell her I'm kind of on like a test from Amaram. I need help getting to complete this test.
That sounds whack.
Okay.
If we're not going to go with Amaram, I feel like we got a few other options just in the war camps.
My mom's also in the war camps.
I thought
Well-
she was in the kingdom.
While your mom may have a bit of sway, at least in the Sadius camp side of things, unfortunately, you do have a member who is more closely associated with, the Cullen army. And
That's
so,
fair. Well, more of bankrolling the trip.
Yeah.
Getting there rather than just getting him out.
that's true. I mean, you definitely could use your connection Amram to impress your mom, and maybe she'll give you, some supplies if you need it.
I feel like if we convince Amaram to help us out with this, we'll just sort of be set.
It's true.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys also know that the Rathlas is about a 20-day travel here, or from here, on horseback. So it's quite a long trip.
So might need some foods.
Yeah, just at least a basic amount. And again, this probably can be provided by Amram. So Amram seeming to be the best option. You just need to figure out what exactly you want to tell him, and what can be told to him that would be convincing to allow him to not only, get you all out of being in the war camps, but also to fund your trip, at least to some degree.
I think I'm leaning toward using our scholar friend to talk about the temple we found.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't see that why that would be a bad thing.
So, you go to Brightness Metal. What do you tell her about what you need from her and what she needs to say?
This is the lady that freed the bridgeman, right?
Yes, she freed you and Baranor.
Yeah.
She also knows, at the very least, that you, Circle, are a Radiant.
Yeah.
Though,
Alright.
obviously, it does not seem like she's told anyone. Nor has Varda.
And he's a real one for that.
It's true.
Alright. So I want to tell her we gotta get Amaram to think there is something in there relating to Rathalis, but that for some reason it was like a disposable piece of evidence or something where something happened and now you can't go back and look at it. He's almost certainly going to send people to this temple.
That's true. Though the temple didn't really have much other than, you know, some references to the Radiance. Or are you talking about this another temple? At
No, the
Rathalis?
one we went to.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
if we go and tell Amaran we found this temple and there was a cool thing talking about this place in it, and he sends someone over there and there's nothing like we said, then I'll be suspicious.
True. Though,
Okay.
Brightness Matal is a scholar and has probably other channels where she may have heard some information. And in all, you know, reality, you could say you're going literally anywhere. It's not like Amaram has much way of keeping track of where you're going.
That's fair. I do like not having our whereabouts known. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll just ask what's her face? Natal. Is there anywhere that you would know of that has vague connections to the Lost Radiance that we might be able to pass off to someone to send us out looking for it if something that it would interest them to know about if they're looking for information about the Radiance?
Unfortunately, I don't. There's not much from before the Recreants. I mean, the tower that we found was by sheer miracle being found within the layers and layers of thousands of years of Krem.
Is there any way you could potentially plant something that we could say we got from there that would lead to somewhere else? Potentially like a possible clue to another temple's location or something along those lines.
I don't know about planting anything. It was quite dangerous when I went out there the last time, and I'd hate to lose men just for the sake of doing something like that, but...
No, we could just say we brought it back the first time.
Sure. I mean... What exactly do you need of me?
There's an opportunity for us to leave the war camps to go somewhere we are in desperate need of getting to, and I need some way to convince one of the higher ups to let us out. And perhaps send us on this journey willingly with some extra supplies.
Well, I mean, your contracts were purchased out. You could leave the war camps even now if you wanted to.
Yes, but there's a few in our group who are more tied down.
Well, as much as I have, you know, some sway, at least in scholarly circles. I can't get anyone out of the army myself.
Yes, we have a plan for how to do that, but we need something of interest to that person who seems to only really be interested in the Lost Radiance and things relating to them.
Well, since our discovery, I have gained a lot of sway in such scholarly circles. I could indicate a location that could have something, and depending on how much this individual cares, that might be tempting enough for them. Maybe another similar tower.
That would probably work.
Well, then you can direct them my way, and I can let them know that there's a tower out. Where would you like to go?
What direction is Rathalis at from here?
I believe it is east of where you guys are. It's like to the northeast.
Somewhere in the northeast direction.
So somewhere in the unclaimed hills. Yes, I can name some location for you. Sure. I'd be more than happy to.
Much appreciated. All right. Now we just have to go send Amaram over to here and potentially convince some others to join us.
It's actually northwest of here.
Northwest? Oh, okay.
I can't believe this.
You know, surprisingly for a big, like, trek across Roshar kind of book, there's no maps in this book. And I could definitely, like, find one. It's just annoying.
You're supposed to have the physical books to look at maps. Easy.
Well,
All the
actually, I
physical
could just
ones
look
from
in
my
the
books.
world guide, to be fair.
So,
You know, I should do that. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so what do you tell Amaram now? And how does it imply that you should be sent rather than anyone else he has?
I think we send. I'm gonna just send like a letter or something. Get someone to write it up for us, and definitely not our male companion here.
hello. Hi.
We could
Woman here.
say something along the lines of, like, mention our time in the cavern where we discovered the tower and how we were contacted by the scholar of that group saying you might have found something related, and that our experience with in the first tower back in the chasms might help out with what we could potentially find in this new place.
Okay. Sure. It's easy enough to contact High Marshal Amaram. It's not like he's a very hard person to contact, especially considering whom you know. So it takes a little bit of time for all this to get verified and the like. So you have a couple days. If there's anything you would like to do.
All right, everyone. I have two candidates to bring along on our adventure.
Is it the axe sound?
No, we got to leave that in the car.
Not in the car.
Look, the windows will be rolled up so it doesn't get stolen.
Exactly.
Uh,
We're
You
not
might
gonna
jump
have
out and run
40
away.
days worth of fuel for the car to keep the AC on.
I don't see it. That's my problem.
That's true. It's not your accent. It's
this is
Paranor's.
why I want to leave my dog at camp. I don't trust you guys.
Hey, you're the one who's taking care of it.
Is there like Acktown doggy daycare?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you don't really have any family around.
Just bring them along.
You ain't got no ganchos?
You gotta train them young.
You don't have any cousins you could leave this with. What the fuck?
Oh.
What kind of Herdazian are you?
Are you a fucking fake?
How could you accuse me of this?
It wasn't a no.
Wait, is she a Herdazaboo?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Herdazzleboo. You know, like a weeaboo.
Ah, yes.
She
Or a
knows
Slavaboo.
Herdazian culture really well. She watched so many shows about it.
Oh yeah, I'm such an expert.
So you agree you're a Herdazaboo?
Oh no, I'm just being sarcastic.
I mean, if you really want to leave your accent behind, you're free to do so. You could say you have family. It's no big problem.
As a true Herdazian, I do have family here, so.
But
I will
gotta
tell you,
train
you will probably not see the accent again for the rest of the campaign, though.
Oh no, never mind. Okay, I'm just taking them along. Fuck it.
You won't be coming back to the war camps. At least not anytime soon.
I'm gonna come back right after. Anyway, is anyone against trying to convince the Dustbringer or the soldier from the one shot to join us?
I'm not against it. They're both very capable.
I wouldn't say the soldier was very capable. He had potential.
He lived longer than our captain did.
True. Because he knew which side to pick. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you go to Varda, Varda is more than happy to join along. He had a lot of respect for y'all, and when you tell him that High Marshal Amaram himself will help you on this, he is more than eager to. The hero. Enough
The hero?
said.
Oh, okay.
True.
All right, there's meant to be a period after the hero part. The hero, or I guess the hero himself.
I nod in understanding.
When it comes to Versailles, Versailles is unsure. He still seems pretty hung up after what happened before, despite Baranor constantly being like, don't feel bad for me. And he seems relatively lost. You could probably convince him. You'll just need to make a DC 12 persuasion check.
I could probably do that. You guys want to try? Did anyone have good persuasion other than me? I'm pretty sure our perceptive guy is not here. Or persuasive.
I'm perceptive. What?
Persuasive.
That's not what you said.
I ain't good at that.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna give it a go.
Sure, raise the stakes.
Alrighty. I'll just like walk up and after our conversation about it and say, if you really feel bad about it, what better way to try to make up for it than helping us on this important quest we're going on?
Okay. Versailles looks at you and he nods gruffly. All right. I hope I can be of help.
We'll try our best not to require you to harm anyone.
But you gain some personal. Your opportunity gives you some personal sway with Versailles, and may come up later.
Woo!
Okay. After a few days, eventually Amram gets back to you. And he agrees your experience with the Radiance goes much further than he thought. Learning about your connection to what Brightness Metal had come across. Who better than to send out with this? So you can have whatever resources and men you need, or at least that he can provide for what will appear to be a patrol. The majority of the High Princes all are here in the war camps, and so a lot of Elithkar land is currently being mostly held together by some skeletal crew of troops that are kind of like patrolling the various highways. Another one, especially on word of High Amram, will not gain any undue notice.
Alrighty. Alright, everyone. Now's the time to put in your equipment requisition forms.
I'll take one set of plate mail and I'm just kidding.
I'm liking anesthetics and antiseptics.
Sure, you can have a couple of those. Y'all will be provided with your required rations for the trip, in addition to horses, so that you may take a swift journey.
That's pretty good. Horses are expensive.
And then you said it was like a 20-day horse ride to get there.
Correct.
So I guess I request like 50 days worth of rations about.
Don't need to get too granular with it. You guys will have enough rations for what you need.
Nice.
And as well, you've been offered, men that you might want to provide any extra protection, or if you guys rather travel lighter, then you don't need to take anyone.
I don't know if I really want outsiders involved.
Yeah, it's
True.
Okay.
We're sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel with the people we know here in camp.
Fuck, how are we gonna reveal to the other dude that I guess he knows you're a radiant? Sparta.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be fine if I reveal I'm a radiant and Barador.
I don't know. It's on you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, generally what you know of Varda, he believes in y'all's strength and your capabilities. So he's loyal.
And then Versailles only knows that Baranor is a radiant.
Well, technically, he also knows that Satal is, because Satal breathed in stormlight, getting ready to face off against him at first.
Oh yeah, the absolute maniac.
I only decided it because he did it first.
And then was immediately told, I want this to be a 1v1. It's just like,
All right. Well, unless there's anything else y'all want. And Satal, if you notify your mother of this, she will give you 200 marks to take along your journey.
Oh,
Can I just like load up on like common stuff? Just like a water skin, rope.
Yeah, I'm not too particular about it. If it's a general item, you guys can just say you have it at any time. I'm not gonna be worried about if it's on your character sheets or not.
Nice.
How do you feel about a pulley system? Just kidding.
I mean, I find them fascinating, but I don't know when you would use it.
I don't think you can pull it off.
I see you
Use it
die
to
first.
lower ourselves into the rift.
No,
We don't know what's gonna
you
be
don't
like
have
there.
To, you don't have to kill them first. There's a perfectly good hack sound right there.
Hey, boy!
I'll make you hurt before I take your life.
No, Kim, I'm sorry.
It's fine. The axe sound can be your reason for saying the words.
No dogs will die again!
I mean, it's possible to make them stronger, I think. I hope.
Yeah, there's a path dedicated to animal companions.
In Hunter.
Alrighty. Well, with that, y'all get what you need and begin heading out. Alrighty.
Actually, when's the next high storm? We're gonna have to worry about that.
It's easy enough for especially long trips. I mean, the patrols go out all the time. There are a variety of outposts and other locations that can protect you all from a high storm.
Okay.
The people on, who live on Roshar are pretty used to the notion of them. As long as the high storms aren't much earlier than expected, you guys should be fine. There's always like a day or so variance when it comes to high storms, though. But the storm wardens are pretty accurate. All right. So, y'all are on a long horseback trip. For those who are unaccustomed to riding on horses for extended periods of time, it's ass. Your back hurts after the first day, and it doesn't get better.
I should have just got a carriage.
I can't feel my butt.
Varda seems unbothered by this. Same as Versailles.
I'm pretty unbothered by it.
Paris's booty was meant for running. It could endure more.
All right.
So Satal is keeping eyes on the horizon, looking for bandits or trouble of any sort.
Okay. Well, as another day of travel comes to a close, your group searches for a place to camp. You come across a weathered old man settled in a comfortable late. It's Lait. I have no idea what this word is. It's a natural formation that blocks winds from the east. This looks like a suitable place to camp, and the old man, though armed, seems friendly enough.
It's apparently milk in French.
Oh.
Okay,
A
so you
little
just pronounce it
pretentious,
like
but
how you
all
would
right.
Pronounce LT basically. Lit. No bells.
Though in Stormlight, I guess it's an area that is protected from high storms by rock outcropping.
Yep, it is indeed. All right.
Thanks for that one, Devin.
Yeah, no worries.
So, as you're coming up, Satal, you notice something about the man in question. He's particularly weathered, and he seems armed, though with not much more than a... What does he have? Because it says he's armed, and then fails to elaborate.
That was going to be my question.
Oh, okay. Look, he has his arms. That's good.
Yeah, he does have arms, which is good. Oh, I guess he has a mace.
Whoa.
Which, to be fair, swords are mostly only held by like nobles, so,
As it should be.
or light eyes rather.
Wow.
But as you look him over, he definitely strikes you as someone who does not come from an honorable profession. He may be a bandit, or likely ex-bandit, considering he's alone, or maybe some military or mercenary.
Would there be a roll to figure out what it would be?
Nothing more than you could guess just by looking at him.
Can I try to get a read on how strong this guy is?
Sure. If you like, go ahead and roll an insight. Don't have that open. Okay. He does seem like he's wielded a weapon before. He doesn't look grizzled like a harder veteran would. Like Varda probably could take him in a fight.
All right.
But he notices y'all's approach, and seeing some of your colors, he makes a guess that you are a patrol from the war camps. And he says, "Oh, it's been a while since I've seen Alethi troops this far out into the unclaimed hills. I must imagine the war's going pretty good since they can offer the men and women out here."
I look over at someone else.
It is going well.
Good, good. You wouldn't think they'd have use for an old mercenary, would you? I've been looking for work.
You might find luck in the Cullen camp.
Oh, really? I heard rumors that the old Blackthorn hasn't been too off-kilter lately. But, you know, knowing his reputation, I'm sure he employs his fair share of mercenaries. Good, good. Well, make yourselves at home. Hope you'll appreciate my humble abode. He bows graciously, and he just sits on the ground.
It is very comfortable. I bow to him.
Thank you. Thank you, Gancho.
He looks at you strangely, Satal. You wouldn't expect that behavior from a Light Eyes.
I just awkwardly laugh at his stare and just begin setting up my tent.
I also set up my tent.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
doing stuff, but I'm keeping an eye on that guy.
Oh. He seems in a relatively good mood as he sets a fire up and just kind of sits at it. He doesn't seem to bother y'all. Looks like
Can
he's been
I-
walking for quite a while, though.
Does he do anything if I go sit by the fire, opposite side of him?
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
It's my time. Stabs you. Just kidding.
Damn. I'll just begin preparing my dinner.
Okay.
So, you really walking all this way for work?
He shrugs as he kind of chews on his own lava spread. Not much for it, brightness. Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, and looking for work nowadays, men like me, we don't really find much opportunity in cities.
That's fair. I don't really know much of the life of a mercenary.
Well, it's nothing glamorous.
You got any cool stories?
He purses his lips. Yeah, I got some. I'm sure with your armored retinue, he says the word in a somewhat unfamiliar tone. Y'all probably safe, but the bandits around here have been getting more vicious lately. I've seen my fair share of things, but the way they've been acting lately, it's probably due to that new cult leader that's been leading them ever since their queen died not too long ago.
Cult leader?
Isatal just like tilts her head sideways.
Yeah, some Iriali, I'm told. Green markings on his face. Make an insight.
Stakes, right? Second?
No.
Okay. Bitch! Sorry, storms!
We all do that?
Yeah, I was gonna
Anyone
ask.
who's paying attention, sure.
Guy's so hard to read.
Oh, are story sticks on that one, or?
No.
Okay, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oof.
You don't notice anything particular. I've been around these parts quite a bit, and, well, I'll tell you. And he goes into regaling you a tale of him and his buddies going out and dealing with some enemy group of Alethi who, all the wars with the High Princes, even though they're all up in their camps, they're still out here sending out their second and third commands to claim territory from each other and the like. Normal Alethi business, but it's enough for him to make a living on, though honestly, with how things have been turning out lately, it seems like the Alethi are focusing more and more on the Shattered Plains, and that's why he's heading that way. Even though it's a long trip and he doesn't got much other than a bag full of dried lava spread. He feels coin on the horizon.
Tall listens very intently. Plays along, or goes along with it, very emotionally. And then when he's done, she'll then regale the tale of when they fell into the chasm and then got chased by a chasm feed. You kind of used yourself as bait to distract you while everyone else was running along away from it.
Oh, really? He says in a somewhat unconvinced tone, but he humors you.
Oh, come on, Circle, right? You were there. You can tell if this is true.
I look over like I wasn't really paying attention, and I just like shrug non-committally.
What? Oh.
Oh, I'm not doubting your brightness. No, sirree.
Kind of just looks defeated and just like sits like crisscross applesauce with her elbow on one leg and her head just resting on her fist, staring into the fire.
Lorio's petting his axe hound and giving them some treats.
Paris is deliberately, because he can't really tell what this guy's a part of. He's deliberately hiding his spheres in the best he can in his belongings.
Wait, what's this dude's name?
If you ask him, his name is Lorne.
Lorne.
Ah, exactly how I thought.
And I'll just tell him Satal.
Lorio.
I'm just sort of sitting off to the side, a little bit further away, just chewing on my jerky and whatever rations I got.
Well, despite his truer intents, he does seem familiar with the area. You guys can ask him any questions about the region if you have any, or maybe he knows anything about those bandits that might be helpful. If you don't really talk with him too much longer, Lauren will just head to bed. And will leave you all the next morning, graciously as he can muster in his kind of crude ways. All right. Well, the night goes by with no issues. You leave Lorne to his long trip as you guys continue on to Rathless.
Oh god, what was it that I was... Is Rathalos anywhere near Erie?
No.
Or Irie, or whatever it was?
It is Erie, and it's not.
Okay.
Quite a ways away. In fact, here is an image of Rathless. With some underground chamber stuff, but yeah, we'll get to that.
What is that?
I said we'll get to it, Devin. All right. And we mentioned it kind of last time before, but a brief history of Rathless. Rathless, a decade ago, shortly after the unification of Alethkar, was home to tens of thousands of Alethi, ruled by Bright Lord Tanalan. The Rift, the city was also called, was uniquely protected from the high storms by virtue of being in a massive canyon that split in the ground. When the city flirted with rebellion, King Gavilar sent Dalinar, the Blackthorn, to end the threat. After Bright Lord Tanalin's assassins killed the Blackthorn's wife, Dalinar set the entire city on fire. With support from High Prince Sadeas, Rathalos became an example of what happens to rebels in Alethkar. Thousands of civilians perished in the flames. Now, burned timbers are all that remain of the homes and walkways that were once suspended across the chasm. The only areas that survived intact are those carved into the cliffside.
Can't believe my goat would do this. It's fucked up.
So, after crossing the
Sounds
plains, you near the once grand city of Rathalos, and the canyon whose sides the city is built into. At the base of the canyon, a shallow river runs westward, following eventually to the Sea of Spears. In the past, people entered the city via ramps from the plains level, but now the ruined city's western edge can be accessed from the canyon floor level. The remains of a once mighty wall encircled the canyon, the fortification now jagged and unkempt, covered in years of accumulated high storm crem. Along the wall, the sphere lights of a single watch post can be seen. I need perception tests. Except for you, Satal.
Oh?
Your scouting
Going back to past.
Oh.
expertise helps.
Let's go!
I don't know if Paris has scouting expertise.
I do not.
Okay.
I have escape artist
That's a good one to have.
expertise.
Okay. All but Circle, you notice that bandits can be seen on some of the exterior walkways and as well at the city gates. The watch post that you guys notice, you spot several figures that appear to be guarding the gate, and as well a new one, a disheveled looking woman who seems to be petitioning access to the city. Oh, actually, that's so strange. Do they not have... Why do they not have the text here? That's so weird. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's kind of weird. All right, so that is happening right over here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Then bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Here we go. It is possible to travel into this canyon through its western mouth. When walk along the canyon floor, then you can walk along the canyon floor to the unguarded entrance to Rathalos. Though you also appear to observe movement among the rock buds at the canyon's floor. So that would be down from this direction. And finally, you notice one other potential entrance. Satal, you're the only one who notices this one right off the bat. You do discover a section of the canyon that offers enough footholds and handholds to climb down into the burned city, far away from the outposts. That is over here. So, you have 3 potential entrances into this area that is infested with bandits. Now, for the most part, as long as you're not wearing any, official clothing and muddy up your appearance a bit, the bandits might assume that you're just petitioners like the woman over by the gates, seeking entryway. Also, they don't seem particularly well organized, so if you manage to sneak in, you probably won't draw too much attention to yourselves. Though, if you are wearing armor that you don't have expertise in, or that is not presentable, this might increase the amount of suspicion you draw. As such, and I'm crossing my fingers here, they've added something really cool here, but it might not. Oh, no, they didn't. I'm so sad. It's fine. But I can show you it at the very least. So, this activates an event. So, if you guys roll 3 complications when it comes to entering and being inside the city, the bandits will be put on alert, as you've drawn undue attention to yourselves. If anyone from Metalworks is watching, please make this like an interactable pop-up that can come up onto the screen, where we can click it to interact with it. That'd be a very cool thing to add to the VTT for the campaign module.
I can't wait for us to roll 3 complications on the first roll.
And here's another view of the rift. It's a little bit more artsy.
God, that's so cool.
All right. So, with all that being said, how do you all plan on entering into the city?
Probably just going in like normal people. I can take my armor off.
Yeah, colors should be secured. Actually, I was curious. Is there anything that we could roll to like get an idea of what? I guess. Are they a well-known bandit clan?
No, they don't appear to be, or at least with your Alethi expertise, they don't come to mind. So they're not a well-known group in the area. From what Lauren had mentioned before, and maybe you could have asked him some questions prior, they did have a queen at one point, but apparently she was killed by some cultish leader, an Ariali, with green face paint. Which is very strikingly similar to the man you all met in the canyon and the Shattered Plains.
Okay.
All right, so y'all are stripping your colors and armor and heading to the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My armor is
Oh,
presentable, so I
definitely.
can just strip the colors.
Okay.
I figured I'd wear my uniform. Just kidding.
All right. With presentable, your armor just appears to be a natural part of your kit and won't draw any undue attention. All right. So, just inside the city gates, the bandits have constructed a series of ladders, ramps, and checkpoints to safely move from their base up to the plains. They appear to have a winch and pulley system that can move their spoils up and down, though most bandits seem to rely on the ladders rather than those swinging platforms. As you approach, the bandits don't seem particularly shocked at Yell's appearance kind of out of the blue. As you come up, they're like, some fresh meat. Unfortunately, we're not taking anyone in at this time. We had to turn that woman away earlier, unfortunately. He disgustingly tongues through his teeth.
I hated that.
Good. You shouldn't have liked it.
I loved it.
Seek help.
I knew it.
You're a
Booger.
freaking a weirdo.
Is there a reason you're not accepting any new people?
Just words from on high. We're only taking in chosen individuals. Looking around, you notice that there seem to be 8 bandits nearby, including the one at the gate you're speaking to.
Damn.
What does being chosen entail?
Being chosen, I don't know. The boss is the one who decides.
All right. I look at anyone else to see if you guys have anything you want to try now, or if we want to retreat and replan this.
How does the boss choose people? Is it some sort of raffle?
Well, I don't know what a raffle is, but he tells us who. That's how. I don't think it's that complicated, guys. He says who gets to come in and goes. That's about it.
All right. If no one else has anything, I think we could just back off and try something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Can we sort of find a part of this wall? We're up on the walled part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we find like a part of the wall that's not having bandits around it?
Because they just go over here.
Yeah, this area does seem to be pretty busy at the time. While you definitely could probably find a moment to get past the wall, there doesn't seem to be many ways down into the valley unless you're going directly on the ladders and pulleys. As well, I need someone to make for me a deception test. As you guys are obviously looking to get in and to not draw any undue attention.
Where's Baranor when you need him?
I can do it.
And raise the stakes.
This guy's just a nobody. You guys think that'll work? Should I try to risk a complication to roll that again?
I feel like we shouldn't risk complications. The only way we can improve this is by getting a complication too. We just get an opportunity, but I wouldn't do it, but it's up to you.
No immediate opinions. We can risk 3. But that's a question of if you want to blow one early or not, in theory.
I think this is just some random nobody. I think I got fine.
Okie dokie. So, where do you all head now?
Over there seems nice. Spotted it on the way in.
Was free information that you obtained.
Might as well.
Okay.
You have to roll the stealth so they just don't like see us going that. Can we do that?
Do we want
Yeah,
to do
like,
that?
that was
an
undercover-
option.
Do we want to do it undercover of night too? Because otherwise, we probably will have to leave our horses.
Well, the problem with doing it undercover at night is you will also be probably unable to use light in order to make what appears to be a perilous climb down a cliff face.
Oh yeah.
That's
Uh,
right.
Grant,
We could.
given the distance, unless they are scouting around meticulously, it's unlikely for you to draw attention. But, you know, if anyone makes any complicated checks, then things might change.
An oopsie doodle, if you will.
So we can just get there easy, no problemo.
Well, you can get to, the top of the cliff face anyway.
Yeah. Can I look down and guess how hard it would be to climb down there?
This does look like a moderately difficult check, but you are a stone ward.
Yeah.
You probably could reduce the DC and make it easier for everyone if you decided to use your powers of cohesion.
Yeah, that was my plan.
How tall is this?
It is several hundred feet.
Okay. So it would be, I can't do multiple lashings actually on other people to be able to make it last longer, but I can do it to myself. So you don't got to worry about me.
I'm not going to be worrying about people individually. I will, I guess, just sort of like tie my spheres in a place that's easy to access. And I'll take in a good old breath of that stormlight,
Okay.
and I will sort of start climbing down, but like manipulating the stone as I do it to make really easy handholds and footholds.
Okay. Go ahead and make a cohesion test for me at advantage, but raise the stakes.
Woo.
Hot damn.
Okay. Funny enough, the opportunity normally in this check gives everyone else an advantage on the test moving forward. But you're already going to do that because you're creating adequate handholds for everyone. So, I'm going to have that opportunity just decrease the DC required.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Zatal's already down there because of her scouting self. She, in the middle of him creating his handle, just breathed in Stormlight and then jumped off the cliff and then used gravitation to control her descent.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Everyone else will need to make a athletics test, or no, just an athletics test. I misread.
Advantage too.
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
oh boy.
Looks like Lorio needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see how this goes.
So then, can I, in the meantime, scout around for any traces of banditry or bandits or just people in the area? I guess.
Oh, I see. That was could have been worse.
We'll say you can keep an eye on things, because I'll have to read the next part with everyone. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone really needed this advantage.
All right, let's see how Baranor does. Because he does not have athletics either.
Woo! Advantage!
Not bad.
That succeeded.
And the other two. Woo!
That succeeded. And let's see. Alrighty. Can I? And then can I rename? There we go.
And the puppy!
Not bad.
Yeah, the X-Hound pup is probably good enough. Yeah.
Oh, phew. Okay.
So X-Hound is better than Baranor.
Aranor's not good at strength.
Baranor was a bridgeman. He
I like
didn't
to
get
think
his
that-
protein.
I like to think because it's an Axehound puppy, instead of like going on the handholds, it's actually just leaping handhold to handhold.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
it's a lot bigger than I think it is.
I mean, to be fair, Circle can make them as big as he wants.
Oh, I was talking about the size of the Axehound, but fair.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's you know, it's a puppy. Well, it's like the first 4 months of like a medium-sized dog. 4 to 6 months. So it's like not too small. Let's see. As you all enter the city, the fallen city of Rathless is a charred ruin haunted by tragedy, the weight of history echoing in its stones. Stark timbers stand where stilts once held up the city of thousands, and the blackened remnants of bridges and collapsed buildings are crusted with barnacle-like decay spren. An ashy, oily scent fills the air. Every movement causes the gutted wood and strained stone to creak beneath you. Ahead, the ledges and tunnels along the cliff face support several hubs of activity. And so we are connected to that area. Well, I guess, so on this map here, you guys end up in kind of this like tunnel location. Oh, this tunnel location, yeah. So you can go down to this region, you can go down to the water, or you can cross the bridges and enter into this section of the city. What would you like to do?
Storms, it's so grim here. I don't know, Circle, do you know exactly where we should be going?
I know as much as everyone else.
Either way, probably best not to draw attention to ourselves. We weren't one of the chosen. He puts up his fingers in quotations.
Dang, I thought I'd announce my arrival.
So as you're speaking with everyone, you see Zephys writing in some strange script in the ash on the wall, seeming content with himself.
I don't recognize it, I assume?
You don't.
Okay. But just Saul just looks off toward the wall. What you writing there?
Can't you read? Zephys was here. And he points out each of the sets of strange letters.
Why Zephys? Who's that? You're Zephyr.
Oh, right. He looks confused.
You okay?
Yes. Yes. I'm fine. And then he wipes it away and writes Zephyr in the strange script, or at least you assume, in place above where he removed that name. And now he looks happy and content with it.
Saul just kind of smiles and looks back towards the group.
I'm just not paying attention at all to what's over there. I'm just looking. Can I see like which direction's more crowded, or if it's like sort of just equally populated?
Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Down below, you can see a large number of individuals down in this region down here. You can see a large number of individuals working on what appears to be carpentry. There doesn't seem to be much anyone on these ramshackle bridges leading between the two sides of the chasm. And let's see here. And down below, down here as well, you do seem to see a lot of workers transporting what appear to be rock buds.
What are rock buds?
Rock buds are these kind of bulbous plants that have a thick outer shell, stone-like shell that is very common on Roshar. During the leavings, they tend to have these thick green vines that they kind of spurt out of them to suck up any of the nutrients and water after a high storm.
Are they used for like drainage, or are they just used for sources of water?
Rock buds have a variety of uses. Water and their plants can be used for a wide variety of crafts. Predominantly rope is used using the vines of a rock bud by drying them out and then binding and coiling them together.
Okay.
I fear if there's basically no one over there, we might be standing out quite a bit if someone sees us there. It might be better to start off sort of blending into the crowd and just trying to gather some information about the inside of this place.
Okay.
Especially since, well, we could see on the map, we don't necessarily know about all this.
Well, there is a good number of just general workers down here by the carpenter yard. At least on this side of the bridges.
Is everyone in favor of going down that way?
I think more information is definitely good for us.
Tatal just nods, looking just a little tense. I
Who are you?
am.
Oh no, you go.
I am on, like, watch for if there's anyone watching us.
Okay. I'll keep you appraised. Okie dokie. So you guys head down to the carpenter's yard. Before we do, this is probably lead to several conversations. Do we want to take the mid-session break now, 10-15 minutes? Or do we want to wait until after you're done with this next section?
Now.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll get on to the carpenter's yard. We'll be right back. We're live. Just make sure. Okay, good. Music hasn't jumped to something that has royalties. Excuse the hiccups, I have just scarfed some food. Alrighty, so heading down to the carpenter yard. A dozen workers saw, chop, and shape wooden planks, ramps, and beams in this area. A small cantina holds workers taking their leisure and keeping to themselves. One person stands out from the crowd, a middle-aged Herdazian man whom the others seem to treat with deference. He gives a wide berth to a group of 6 sour-faced, heavily armed bandits, wearing green robes and proudly displaying a glyph-inscribed sword. Jumping on a bench, the Herdazian man claps once loudly. "All right, if you're new here, come to me for assignments. Everyone else, you know the drill." As everyone seems to get up and are finished with their break. The bandits wielding swords tells both Paris and Satal and Lurio something interesting. That means these bandits have been quite successful, because you can only typically get swords if you are a Alethi noble of some kind, or just someone who has more marks than they know what to spend with. That means that they probably have come across maybe even some guard troops and have successfully pilfered their weapons. Though the strange glyphs are interesting. Green in design, you feel like you've seen them somewhere before. Well, everyone but Satal anyway.
It's that guy's face. Well, I guess if we're going to try and blend in for information, we should go up to that dude and get our assignments.
Are there a lot of light eyes around here?
No, almost none.
Yeah, this would be weird, guys.
Just don't look people in the eye.
Do you got
They
sunglasses?
can just look at my eyes and see they're blue.
Don't look people in their direction so they can't see your eyes.
Or at least always be facing the sun when it happens.
You want to go hide somewhere?
I might have to.
I have a feeling they're going to be bandits sort of patrolling around the whole time.
Well, Satam, if you'd like, you could attempt a stealth check to avoid having people notice your eyes. That will be difficult if you decide to converse with anyone, though.
I'm gonna have to. 'Cause I don't really want to separate myself from the group. I'm gonna scream.
Okay.
Oh!
I said don't look people in the eyes.
I stare just stare so intently like Shiori did. Just
All right, so do y'all approach the Herdazian man?
Yep. Looking for my assignments.
I suppose?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, I very confidently hide my eyes.
Yep. As you all approach, and I do have an image of the man. Bum, 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 bum. Carpenter's yard. Boom.
Nice nails.
Actually, Kevin, should I raise the stakes on that?
You know what? Sure.
Or like, hell yeah.
Nothing
Let's
happens.
go! Nothing!
That's good.
We could try to make it into a something.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be more fun if we did.
I'm going to let you fail as much as you have, and not anymore.
You suck.
Yeah, the Herdazi man seems to be in a rather chipper mood, playing up his part as overseer here. His brightly painted fingernails coordinate perfectly with the colorful accents of his work clothes. He sees you all approach, he's like, "Hey, we got some more recruits. They're letting more people in. Good, good." And he notices you, L'Oreal, and he's like, "Ah, Mancha!"
Oh, hey, cousin. How's it going?
"Oh, you know. All right, so you all looking to get some work?" Yes, I could. He stops and looks at you, Satal. "I could do something with all of you. Sure. He seems to notice but not bring it up.
I just sheepishly look away, embarrassed that I couldn't successfully hide my eyes. No.
Well, since you're with my Mancha here, are any of you experienced with woodworking?
What skill would that be?
Probably athletics.
Crafting? Oh.
Oh,
Or crafting. It depends on what part of the process, I suppose.
I can do bigger things.
Oh, all right. Well, if you feel like you got some experience, you could always head over to the board cutters over there. Or if you're feeling like you just want to get a feel of things around here, we have some vine twiners over there for those who don't mind mindless activities. And as well, for the Mancha here especially, I recommend going over to our lacquer crew and paint up some boards.
oh, I could do that.
I hope you can, cousin. I hope you can.
Sure, I've got nimble fingers for the twine.
I suppose I'll head over to cut some boards.
All right. So, y'all can head to your individual locations, and I'm assuming you're listening for any kind of rumors or interesting tidbits of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then y'all can make your choice of persuasion or perception checks. Satal, whatever you roll, please roll. Please raise the stakes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Can you just chill?
No.
Oh!
I will roll ass today and nothing else.
Where are you? Where did you go?
Where are you?
I probably went with Lurio.
I hate you. We're gonna get ruined by you.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Man, Circle, you're not doing too well today.
No, not at all.
There's no squares to be seen.
No, there's too many squares here. He's out of his element. All right. So, as you all get to work, Satal, you join the lacquer crew, and it's not too long before one of the people there kind of notices you, and they kind of raise an eyebrow. They also seem to be another Herdazian, funny enough. And they're like, "So, what does a Cortana like you doing in a place like this?" His accent seems to be particularly stronger than I said it earlier. quartermaster.
I'd prefer not to talk about it.
Oh, but it must be a good story, yes? Come on, you must have come here by choice, no?
Listen, we all have our pasts.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion and raise the stakes.
Oh God.
All right, Cortana, whatever you say. As he gets back to work. Lurio, you're in your element. You notice there's a lot of Herdazians here. So you and your manchas begin speaking, and you learn in quick order that the quartermaster, Ubo, and many of the men here were actually Herdazian merchants who were recently captured by bandits out along the coast of the Sea of Spears, not too far from here. Ever since, they have all been put to work here mercilessly by the bandits, and Ubo's been doing his best to keep everyone safe, as the bandits can be a bit brutal at times, and several individuals have already been beaten half to death just for looking at them strangely. A lot of the men owe Ubo a lot for keeping them safe up until this point.
That's good to know. I will let Sital know. But once we gather everybody else, I'll let the rest know.
Okay.
If only there was a noble hero Herdazian who could save everybody from this. I'm just kidding.
I got this. I'm kidding.
Paris, as you're twining through rope, you hear a lot of the workers, some Herdazian, some non-Herdazian, talking about the change ever since that cult leader came about. Many of them seem rather discontent, and let me verify. Yep, you roll perception.
Yep.
Especially because he has whipped up many of the bandits who have taken to his preaching into zealots who will listen and fight without a second thought, and they fight with a fervor they never even seen in bandits like this before. Some lament the loss of the bandit queen after her death to the Iriali man.
Iriali man?
Yes, the cult leader.
Oh, fair.
The one with
Does it
strange markings on his face.
Fair. From that information, can I quickly discern there's like a possible potential schism in the bandits?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll an insight.
Oh.
Unfortunate. While you definitely have noticed some malcontent amongst everyone, none of them seem too eager to get on the bad side of this cult leader.
I see.
And Satal, you also made the check despite your complication, so you gain a little bit of information as well. You hear that need to find their name real quick. You hear that the Bandit Queen's most trusted lieutenant, Terran, must still be rotting away in that prison underneath Rathalos.
I tell Lurio about this when he tells me his stuff.
Okay. Y'all work for several grueling hours at pretty tedious work. But after another fashion, Ubo gets back up onto his bench and claps again, and he's like, "All right, manches, I want you to get some water and some food and back to work in another handful of minutes. I would hurry. Come on. Get yourself some chowta."
Gloria smiles. He can't wait to have some.
So, you all find a great opportunity to hook back up and deliver the information that you find.
Well, I didn't figure out much, but there's apparently that cult leader that we were hearing about is here and has whipped up quite a few of the bandits into zealots. Though there are apparently some that still lament the loss of the queen.
Speaking of, the Queen's lieutenant, Terran, apparently still rotting away in the jail cells underneath this place.
Potential
I know.
ally if we can. Well, if we want to risk going that far.
Yeah, also, I don't know how to get there.
I didn't get anything.
Oh. A lot of my people and the quartermaster were captured by these bandits to get put to work. That's what I found out.
Are they enslaved?
Yeah.
Like, thanks for a second. Try to figure out how we managed to find our way in here. But nobody looks like particularly shackled or anything, right?
Yeah, no, most of it is just the sheer number of bandits in and around this place. And not only that, but Ubo is caring for a whole crew of people. Trying to get everyone out at the same time would be a near impossible task. And even if they did, they would have no supplies, and the nearest settlement is days, like dozens of days away.
Well, maybe it was a good idea that we didn't go to the bridges right away then. If bandits are the only free folk here.
Yeah.
Well, any ideas on how to move forward?
Well, if we're moving anywhere besides the construction crew, we might have to be quiet about it.
We could also just try to continue gathering information. I'm sure the people here know more than just that.
I'm sure. Just wondering.
This lieutenant has potential too, and the fact that, I mean, they used to be one of the higher ups running this place. They probably know a lot of the ins and outs of this area. Again, it would be risky though.
That's true. Knowing if there's any hidden pathways around here might be nice.
Kind of looking out. What's this over here?
So down below, you see what appears to be a set of docks. One that has been destroyed, and another that seems to be barely upkept. Though it does seem like much of the work for the carpenter yard seems to be going to repairing some of the old dock there. The bandits have their own boats, and what was probably what happened, or what got the Herdazian merchant crew captured out on the Sea of Spears.
Well, there's a potential there. We could also consider stealing a ship. I do have some knowledge, and they're working. Points to Thalen, expertise, cough.
That would be helpful.
What about you, Lorio? What are your thoughts? These seem to be a lot of your people.
Yeah, I just wish there's some way we could help them, but it's kind of far away from any other settlement. And we can't take everybody out all at once.
Out extreme risk or a mountain of subterfuge.
Yeah.
How does Lurio look?
Just like his general appearance, or...
Emotionally, how's he feeling about all this?
He doesn't feel good that his people are being enslaved, and he wishes that there's some way to help them. He just feels conflicted. Deep within him, he wants to help, but he knows that if he tried, it'd probably turn into a disaster, because you can't just take everybody all at once. So he just feels super conflicted and sad. He wished he could find some way to help free his people.
It should be mentioned that if this bandit leader is the same Iriali man that y'all came across before with the Honor Blade, the only real way to get the Honor Blade from him will probably to kill him or to make him submit.
Yeah.
So, dealing with him will probably help free up the chasm as well.
You know, I completely forgot about the honor blade. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's kind of why I mentioned it.
I've been thinking about it.
It's kind of why I didn't bring it up. I didn't think it was, an option.
I didn't think it was an option either.
Though, he seems to have tons of zealots around. We need to get him into a position where he wouldn't have his men if he wanted to try to fight them all at once.
What if we cause a revolt with...
That's gonna get so many people killed with what weapons?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, just trying to come up with ideas.
I don't know. There's some of the bandits that are apparently not necessarily sour, but are sad for their old leaders' death. Maybe we could utilize the lieutenant some way. They were the next one under them, after all. Maybe along with his knowledge of the place, maybe he still holds some sway among other bandits.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I think we should probably go talk to him.
Maybe, but there's no telling what percentage of bandits would turn.
And if all else fails, we could have, or like lower the amount of bandits we have to deal with by cutting the bridges away.
I think it's a bit too early to be making any hard plans at the moment. We don't really have a good grasp of the situation at hand.
We're just workshopping. We have time.
Seems like very ambitious workshopping.
Doesn't hurt to have at least somewhat goal you can move towards.
At the very least, we have more information that we need to gather, and now we have a bit more of a few directions we can go.
I was reading. What was just said? Sorry.
I think ultimately we're deciding to gain a little bit more information, but at least we have things to look into now.
That's true. You do know that Ubo probably has no love for the bandits, and considering his relative position here, he may know a lot of things going on. In addition, not everyone here working in the carpentry yard is a zealot bandit or a Herdazian. And so some of these individuals might be able to be questioned more directly about things. Heck, even Ubo himself considered you all to be new recruits, so there may be some way y'all can move around, maybe in the complex, as long as you don't draw too much attention to yourselves. Satal.
Fuck, man, jeez.
Just
Turn those
poking
high beams
fun.
off. Jesus. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna stare directly at you through the wall. You're gonna sense my presence from this stare.
Satal, close your eyes!
No.
Yeah. Satal just stares at a wall, and slowly above our head, we just slowly see the detected meter rising.
You start getting more of the complications on the bandit event. So, the break is soon called to a close. What do y'all decide to do?
I think I'm gonna go back to trying my hand at the carpentry guys. I'll take a more active approach since passively overhearing stuff didn't work, and try for persuasion instead of perception.
Okay. If you're talking to the non-Herdazians, You might want to try to play both sides, in which case you can use deception rather than persuasion.
Well, even better.
What about everyone else?
I have kind of a weird avenue. I think, just in case, I'm going to keep my eye out for people who might be ratting to try and get better, favorable treatment from the bandits.
Sorry, you're trying to do what?
Trying to discern if there's anybody who's like possibly ratting to the bandits to get more favorable treatment.
Oh, I see. Okay, sure. You're looking for the roach. Go ahead and make perception. If you're rolling deception, by the way, raise the stakes. And what about everyone else?
I'm gonna do a real quick opportunist.
Oh, please. I'm good at these, I swear.
That is a nothing, but that's better than a complication.
Ooh.
That makes it a 19.
Makes it 22.
No, it makes it a 22. What about Lurio and Satal?
Is there really anything else to be gained by just doing the same thing again?
Not by just generally listening or talking to people. You'll need to ask more specific kinds of questions if you want to learn specific bits of information. So it'll probably be either a persuasion or deception. Though if you roll deception, you'll need to raise the stakes.
Tal's not good at that.
Yeah.
Me
You don't
either.
have to do anything. You can leave this to other people.
It's true.
I would
I
help,
could
but
go.
oh wait, sorry.
I could just go slink around, maybe.
Yeah, you could just try really hard not to look people in the eyes this time.
I'll help out Satal just in case.
I said could, not will.
Oh,
I don't really
My
know what
bad.
else to do.
Okay.
Yeah, also as the Herdazian of the group, it might be good for you to be the one to go and interact with our good friend, what's his face, who's in charge.
the quartermaster guy.
His name is Ubo.
Yes. I'm just very bad at talking to people. That's the only problem. But maybe a good try since he's
I
a
believe in
cousin.
you.
That's your cousin right there, man.
Also, he already knows that you're a light eye, so you could go with and just help out.
It's true. I could aid. I will aid Lurio in whatever he decides to do.
Thank you.
Is that allowed, actually?
Depending on how you do it. Narratively, it must make sense, but you probably could.
Okay.
Before we go to him, I just want to make sure I have a full-on game plan. Should I ask him about that lieutenant guy more, or what kind of questions should we ask him?
I'll be in the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, though.
I don't think you should ask about the lieutenant probably, or maybe about just like the general situation and like how it is and like how it's changed since what's his face took this, the green face boy took power, and which could touch on the lieutenant dude, but yeah, because I think the plan was just to look into how exactly how much discontent is in this group of folks, and like potentially getting information we could use around this place.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure so I don't go like
I believe in you.
Thank you.
You're gonna maybe have advantage on everything.
The family advantage. It's kind of like the family discount.
True. And you're probably just gonna knock it out of the park, and it's going to be in exchange for getting 3 complications in a row, and we're gonna be screwed. But that'll be fine.
Technically, we only need one more.
Oh.
How many complications do you get?
You had one. I have one.
I don't have one.
Oh, it's right. You. Oh, forgot you rerolled it.
How could you? I would never have one.
Bet.
Don't even imply that I might.
Yo, we got fucking complications Georg over here. 10,000 complications a day.
I'll complicate this foot right up your butt.
Whoa.
Do it. Chad, I can't confirm he's not doing it.
Damn it.
Get fucked.
How about
right.
Didn't happen.
Don't
Whoever
worry.
clips that, I'll give you $10.
Yes, thank you.
That's not valid.
Yes, it is.
You're being made use of. You're better than that.
Yeah,
Don't
like
listen
$10
to
whole
Booter.
dollars.
You're never gonna see that money.
You'll see it.
Never trust Booter.
It's true. Most dishonest man I know.
And he likes weird mouth noises. You heard him earlier. How would you
True.
trust him?
Man, the mouth noises this man makes at me. We share a bedroom. I should know.
Oh god.
All this slander.
Slander's supposed to be false.
Nuh-uh.
So you're saying in your worldview, slander is true?
It's about to become libel.
Okay. Alright, Alicia, what's your game plan?
Alright, I'm gonna ask him how they're feeling about all this since that one guy came into power. And then go from there.
Alright, good. Just making sure you didn't forget it.
No, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Because once I go up to them like I do in real life, when I talk to people, I immediately forget what I'm gonna say to them. I fucking hate it.
That seems in character for you.
It does.
That's fair.
Cam's really going to the bathroom.
It's okay. He's just taking his time.
He gets his headphones on. Think he can hear us?
Probably.
No.
I can.
You got
Gotta make
this.
noises to help him use the bathroom.
At the mouth noises.
Is this helping, Cam?
What if he's a nervous peer? What if that makes it worse?
And he can take his headphones off.
That's true.
That's on him for keeping them on. Alicia, Booter just flipped me off.
What the fuck?
I
Booter, I'm
know.
flipping you off.
Alicia's
two
flipping
mi-
you off.
2 middle fingers, just for you.
Both of them. Both middle fingers, just for you.
You better feel
What
special.
the heck, Alicia? Why would you do it to me?
Because I'm your bully, Booter. Don't you remember?
Oh
Still
god, the
hurts.
Alzheimer's. He's so old.
Yeah, what an old man. That's why I bully him.
Alicia, you bully people because they have Alzheimer's?
Oh, no, not that, no, I just bully Booter.
I remember that at least.
No! No, I
You
only...
know, I gotta say, based.
Oh, no.
And I can say that because Alzheimer's runs on my mom's side.
Oh. Yeah. I have my family too.
Damn.
Yeah. But I just like to bully Booter. Just for any reason I can get to bully him, I take it.
Alzheimer's.
Alrighty, I'm back.
How was it? Do you have fun?
No.
Could you hear us?
No.
Oh.
Told you.
Alright, so. What's the plan, Lario?
Alright, we're gonna talk to Ubo.
You're gonna talk to Ubo. Alright. So, as you go up to Ubo, he's currently out motioning to some individuals to deposit their rope at another station where they seem to be crafting what appears to be new bridge-like chunks to be applied to probably the set of bridges you saw earlier. When he notices y'all's approach, he says, "Ah, Mancha! So, how would you like your position?"
I was pretty good, cousin, but can I talk to you for a second about something?
He gives you a questioning look, but he's like, sure. What do you have in mind?
Is anybody else around? Like, other bandits, just in case?
I mean, y'all are in a very... you don't see any of those green, like, the ones with the green cloaks on, but there are probably some mixed company about.
I kind of want to take it to the side, but I don't want to look suspicious about it.
Well, you could come up with a plausible excuse to bring him to the side.
That's true. Could I pretend I need help with something, and
You
then
could.
talk to him there? Okay.
You'll need to
And it
make a
was a-
deception.
Oh shit.
What if you just really need help?
You could try to imply with doublespeak something. You don't know how he might take that, but this could allow you to use persuasion instead, though probably at a higher DC.
Ooh. Because my deception and my persuasion are both the same.
And deception's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you, the virtual GM, for the follow and the raid, and we appreciate you.
Lura will ask, "Hey, could you help me with the slacker? It's kind of being difficult."
Okay.
Try to make a motion over.
Sure, and then roll a deception, please.
Raise the stakes?
No.
Okay.
All right. He looks at you strangely. He's looking around cautiously. Well, as much as I'd like to help you out, Mancha, I don't know if I can necessarily leave my post all willy-nilly.
Oh, man.
Please, if you could. We are really struggling over here.
Deceiving or implying?
Deceiving.
All right, roll deception.
I swear, what is up with me today?
I saw that 20. It was almost a 20.
I swear, being in the fucking rift is so fucking with Sital. This place is so unsettling.
Yeah, you've heard the stories of the Blackthorn, and you just keep thinking of all those women and children who died being burned alive by the Lethi army.
I can just feel it here. Oh.
He kind of like winces a bit. He's like, "I'm sorry, I really got to go." As he kind of goes off. You can ask any of the other hands if you need anything, Mancha. As he leaves you all there. You did notice something from the interaction, though. Ubo, while being rather congenial and easy to talk to, didn't seem to want to draw any undue attention to himself.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god, I was looking for the wrong roach. He's right there. Just kidding.
Paris, unfortunately, no one here seems like they're trying to curry any additional favor. In fact, though, despite your low roll, you kind of guess as to why. If anyone wants to curry favor, they're probably going to have to join the Zealots, which would include probably a religious fervor that most people are uncomfortable with. Circle. So, what are you asking around about, or at least what's your game here?
I guess I'm sort of looking for like the general opinions of like everyone other than the Herdazian group, because it's sort of like a big group of Herdazians and then others, right? It's not just multiple groups.
It seems to be like there's a Herdazian crew, but there also tends to be like other possibly new recruits, people who haven't like become zealots, maybe even the old cast of bandits who haven't quite gained the leader's favor, but it's hard to tell between the two types.
Yeah, I'm sort of trying to figure out like what their sort of standing here is, and just sort of if I can get like generic information about this city.
Okay. Asking around a little bit more. It's in two parts, though they kind of link up. The new recruits have heard about the success of the bandits here at Rathalos. The raids on Alethi, like, supply chains, even catching a Herdazian boat, that was all well and good. They sound like probably one of the most successful bandit crews that have ever run in the Unnamed Hills. But upon arriving here, they became somewhat uncomfortable with the zealotness that some of the more fervorous bandits have around this new leader, whose name is Yilt. The way he claims to be on some kind of religious mission and to bring about a new age. They say he's going to be having some kind of announcement soon to give to everyone, to make clear his vision, as it were. So for the new people, it's been a rather uncomfortable thing. It's not the bandit camp they were hoping it to be. Some of the old hats that you managed to speak with talk about the simplicity of the era before Yilt's. With the Bandit Queen, things were simple. They didn't go anything too big, and even though all the High Princes are currently dealing with their war of pleasure, as they call it, if they keep making this kind of ruckus for too long, they're bound to draw the Alethi Light Eyes' attention. The way some of the old bandits even talk about it seems to, you see fear spread bubble up at their feet. Both seem rather uncontent, and some seem to obviously be pining for the way things were before. None here seem too particularly eager to join Yilt's band of zealous bandits. Well, this shift is particularly long and arduous as the bandits keep coming by, especially more towards these later evenings to make these later hours to make sure that everyone is working just until the light sets. At which case, everyone is then released free to go eat what remaining food they have for the day, and then to go sleep in the various more or less hovels that have been allocated for the workers of the carpentry tent. You do easily hear, everyone does, of the complaints wishing for the nicer beds deeper inside the mountain. But that seems to be only reserved for Yilt's favored, his chosen. So it's dark now, and you all have gotten the chance to meet up again.
Well, I've determined that there's no roaches giving away anything. Seems the entrance fee for that sort of thing is a, well, zealot, like, I don't know.
Yeah. It seems like our target is this Yilt that is taken over. Everyone, even outside of the Herdazians, seem to have a general discontent and a longing for the old days in some case, but The leader here seems to be planning to make an announcement of some kind soon.
No word on what that announcement is.
Not that I could find. I am not very. I have a bad feeling about it, but I don't know if there's much to do before he makes it. It might be a valid option to just wait until he's ready to make it and see what is happening first before making our move.
I see. What about you two? Were you able to gather anything?
I couldn't. I was trying to talk to him more privately, but he wouldn't come with me, so I didn't want to risk it.
Seemed like he didn't want to draw attention to himself.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed too.
Could mean he's not safe from the bandits either, even given his position. Or he's planning something that he doesn't want exposed.
That also can be true.
And you said, Pam, that the docks looked like it was just sort of more people working down there.
Yeah.
We could try to find out what's going on down lower at the docks tomorrow. See if there's anything different down there, or if it's just more of the same.
We could try that.
Well, let's gather everything you guys have found up until this point. The bandits are currently being led by Yilt, who has some special announcement coming here soon. He seems to favor those who have a religious fervor and follow him, like he's some kind of prophet or herald himself. While everyone else seems rather uncomfortable with the affair. Ubo definitely would like to help his people in any way he could, but he doesn't want to draw any undue attention. It doesn't seem like Guilt might be up for anything more than maybe a raid somewhere else or some intent. Why would any cult leader grab a large number of violent people other than to attack some place, somehow, some way? And depending on the success of his announcement here soon, he may even be able to draw more people onto his side.
How many hours would you say we have on the Doomsday Clock?
You have no idea. But, as it currently stands, you guys have a few choices. You guys could try to find Yilt at a very inopportune time for himself, maybe deep in the night, when there's little going on, though getting noticed at all during this will likely result in you being found out to not be bandits. You could try to get closer to Yilt, or maybe to those closer to him, but they are obviously not on this side of the bridge. Most of the people on this side seem to be either the malcontents or the captured Herdazians forced to work as more or less a lumber crew for the bandits' needs. Either way, you'll have to confront Yields in some way or fashion if you want the Honor Blade.
Yeah.
Should
I
one of
think. Oh,
Oh, you go, sorry.
now you go.
Should one of us be a spy in his cult? Or
Well, I think it would be kind of hard to fake this level of fanaticism. And if this Yield is the person we think he is, then it's likely that he would recognize most of us.
he didn't see Satal though.
He wouldn't know Satal or Versailles or Varda.
That's true.
I think
I'm way too on edge right now. This place is so unnerving. I don't have sound mind to do a infiltration. Nor do I think if I was, I would be able to do it in the first place, actually.
That's okay, because we got 2 other people that might be able to.
Oh, you've seen Versailles' sneaking skills before.
Oh, it's true. Never mind.
Yeah, if anybody discovers him, he turns them to dust. As he slowly gets rid of the competition. Just kidding.
And
I'm
Varda,
also-
while a good, honorable man, seems to be more of a soldier and built like a soldier, not like a scout.
Yeah, I'm not very stealthy myself. But I think if we're going to go confront this Yield, it might be good to lay some groundwork. Potentially convincing Ubo to, if not prepare for rebellion, just sort of look out for an opportunity to make trouble and escape if we're going to create some havoc in attacking the leader. We could also try to meet up with that lieutenant in the prison.
Would be the only one of the old retinue.
They would probably be the person in the city most enthusiastic about revenge on the new leader, and a lieutenant of such a large bandit group must be pretty capable themselves.
That being said, we would probably have to act on that before the speech if we don't want, well, any more conversions.
I do agree. Potentially tonight would be a good time. Getting caught sneaking around at night would be mighty suspicious, but I have a feeling the places we're going are going to be suspicious no matter when we're caught.
I
That's
agree.
true. I agree too.
And at least in the dark, we could probably cross the bridge without too much hassle.
All right. Sounding sets to go find this lieutenant at night. You wait for the lights to go out. It doesn't take too long. Many of the hard-working Herdazians go to bed pretty early, probably due for an early morning wake-up to continue their labors. At night, this provides you a unique advantage. This is a very dangerous place to be walking around without a torch, so any of the patrols will be easily spotted due to their torchlight. Unfortunately, if you want to move around less seen, then you're going to also need to move around without torchlight.
Yeah. Do we want to try and convince Ubo to be ready to make a move of some sort? Or are we just really hoping we're not making a big enough commotion for his people to do anything, to get an opportunity?
That would be a Lurio maneuver, I think.
Why'd Alex have to be gone? I think he was the talkiest person of the group. He might not be, though.
For sure.
He is.
No, for sure, 100%.
Oh, 100% he is.
Everyone's like, for sure, 100%.
I'm insight-based, baby.
He has 1 point in persuasion.
More than me.
What?
He has a +3.
Yeah, it's more than a lot of us.
I got
Yeah.
+2.
I have 0.
I
have one.
1, and that's because of my presence stat.
I'm realizing now
Here's the
Versailles
thing.
shouldn't have been a big kind of untalkative Dustbringer and should have been a more charismatic Lightweaver.
Definitely. Here's the
For
thing,
all-
guys. It would probably be really nice to have Ubo and all the workers on our side, but like, if we fail, that's like the whole plan right there.
And also, that could just get people killed.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that.
If they take the opportunity to try to escape on their own, that's on them, and it's bad. That means they decided that the risk is worth taking and better than staying here.
And
I'd
it's
still rather not incite them to take that, to make that choice.
and if they do want to escape and we see them, I don't know, but hopefully we can help them.
Okay. So, you all move out under the cover of night. Sticking to the shadows, getting around is relatively easy, though you do have to go through a pretty long tunnel before you get to the bridges. This creates a somewhat harrowing situation where you never know when some guards might be coming down the other way. Though, at the very least, the place doesn't seem super well lit, so even if you do see them, you might have a chance to get away from them. And as almost prophesized, the moment comes as you're approaching the bridges, you see a handful of the zealots making their way towards the tunnel. How do you all hide?
How far away are they?
They're like hundreds of feet away. Like, let's imagine you guys are coming up this stairwell right over here, and they're just making their way in from the bridges.
Okay. I want to try and take in a bunch of Stormlight and just sort of make a 7 or 8 person sized alcove here to and potentially block it off.
Okay. This is quite a stressful task, as there's a lot to do in the time that you have. I'm gonna need from you a cohesion test. Raise the stakes.
Come on, everyone, pick up your pickaxes and help me out.
I think. Oh, I was gonna offer aid.
There's not
Could
really much
you?
you can do unless you have the
Yeah.
ability to move stone.
Oh, I was thinking of like just being positioned to keep watch while he works. Maybe take a little bit of the stress off.
Well, not necessarily, but in that time, certainly you do manage to create a, if you ever did like mining in Minecraft where you just make that 2x4 tunnel all the way up and down, or 2x3 tunnel all the way up and down. Like you carve out a deep niche into the wall, and then you have everyone file in before you cause the stone to melt over the entryway. Fortunately, your spren can move through the stone easily and can keep watch for you. The bandits don't seem to notice the odd meltiness of the stone wall they pass as they walk by, as you seem to have gotten by. Oh, you didn't raise the stakes. Or did
Yeah, I
you?
did.
Oh, you did. Never mind.
I just didn't get anything.
I forget that the null result just doesn't show anything. But they walk by and they fail to notice.
Also, I forgot that my sprint can help me with that check.
Oh yeah, he definitely can. Costs you a
I
focus
didn't
to be
need
fair,
it.
but
I guess that's fair.
after that you unseal the tunnel entrance, letting everyone out before resealing it up. It definitely has a meltiness to it, but unless someone pays close attention, they won't know. Then you head off to the bridges. This is a rather uncomfortable maze of bridges. I have an image for this. Oh yes, also Alicia. If you go to the compendium and you go to the world guide, and I just show everyone here. But there is a special like tables part you can go, and you can find all the Herdazian words in it.
There ain't no Uthaleki words.
No Unkalaki?
Yep,
No,
yep,
there's
that
not.
one.
Get good, booter.
I figured you would want to know a good place to find the Herdazian words.
Look, and it tells you the value of spheres.
That's true too. I needed that also because I was like,
All right. This is way simpler looking than what is implied in the chapter, I'll say. This large gorge separates the major inhabited sections of Rathless. The bandits have created several safe paths, but navigating the tangle of construction is difficult and potentially dangerous for people who don't know the way. The large gorge is filled with blackened debris that separates blah blah blah. Narrow rope bridges connect ledges and platforms to ruins, and ramps reach upward and downward. Some paths lead through buildings or into tunnels in the stone, and many show evidence of activity, either by bandits or feral animals. All the routes look treacherous, and the lowest levels are completely impassable. So, you guys are in a bit of a sticky situation here, because you're doing this in the middle of the night, and this is very difficult even during the day. You can take out your spheres to give yourself some sphere light, but this will automatically add a complication to the bandit event board. Otherwise, all checks you make will be at disadvantage.
can I use my fingernails to like light it a little bit, or?
It will be equivalent to the same as having the orbs or the spheres. So, either do this with light or no light.
I want to be honest. I think taking a complication to not have like 10 checks per at disadvantage was worth it.
Fair.
That will leave you with only one complication.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many checks is it going to take for all of us to get across here, and how many opportunities to roll in that one is that?
That's very true.
That's true.
Got a point. I'm still gonna roll a nat one. That's how it's gonna be today.
Well, yeah,
No,
but
you're not.
we've sort of ridden you out. We know you're gonna mess it up. We're sort of hoping we can separate from you, split the party a bit.
Poor Satal. We're giving her so much shit.
I fucking deserve it.
Have you seen her eyes? You're a different
they
color.
put me above you.
Exactly. That's why I hate you.
Weirdly, would
Whoa.
a torch be less likely to cause something?
Not than Spear Light. You could use torches instead, but the problem is you will all be noticed and you're all not wearing green garb that kind of identifies you as a zealot.
Well, if we're going to be lighting ourselves up anyway, would it help our checks at all if I were to go ahead of everyone, or sort of in the middle maybe, and then try and use tension on the bridge to like make it more stable? Like the more fragile parts, give them a little more structure.
Well, that may definitely come up. Unfortunately, due to the ranks you currently have in tension, you can't tense an entire bridge, so there will be
Yeah, I was thinking more
swaying
like
and all kinds of things.
the small parts that we're actively standing on.
Yeah, there may be a situation where that comes into effect. It depends on what you guys do, so keep that in mind.
Alright, so we're using the light spheres?
I assume actually Amaram's, or I guess no, I guess I would have Sadius. Sadius green, or was that Amaram that was green?
Sadius is green.
Is the Zealot green and the Sadius green the same?
They're honestly pretty close. Unfortunately, you guys don't have enough garb nor proper sized garb to cover your entire party.
That's fair. What if it was just one Zealot leading everyone though? I don't know if that would be that to change anything.
That's fair.
It
we
might.
both have Sadius garb. It could be two people taking a group of people to go do something.
It's true. Put one in the front, one in the back.
Though,
Exactly.
unfortunately, I will make special mention that your garb, while being green, also bears House Sadius's insignia on it.
Yeah. That's fair.
At a distance, you might be able to fool someone, but if anyone comes to check on you guys, then that will look particularly bad.
That's fair.
It's good to keep that thought in mind. There might be a way you could utilize it. All right. Well,
So are we committing to lighting stuff up then, everyone?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I'm gonna then breathe in and enhance myself, because I assume this is gonna be physical checks.
potentially. But it's not a bad thing to do. So, looking over the bridge, you have a variety of routes you could possibly take. A keen eye could look at the use of the bridges, see how well worn they are. A crafting check might tell you which bridges are the most commonly used and thus the safest. You could attempt to find shortcuts, balancing on rubble or some of the burned timbers of old bridges. While perilous, and this will raise the stakes, you could attempt an agility check or athletics check. Or you could look and try to judge for yourself which routes are most viable. You can use perception or survival, but due to the distance and time of day, despite your light, these will still be at disadvantage.
I think I'm inclined to athletics, even if that might raise the stakes.
I might need to do the agility raise the stakes.
Yeah, because what was the other option? Was crafting? Was that it?
It was
Crafting and then perception and survival.
Yeah, or agility. If actually no, you're more prone to. You have 0 speed. Never mind.
I have one now. I'm enhanced.
Oh, my bad. My bad. So yeah, you could do agility.
I noticed that the enhancement to your speed and strength doesn't increase your physical defense.
No, because it only counts them when you do checks, specifically.
I see.
It doesn't increase your bases. Otherwise, Versailles would have had a DC 20 to be hit when he fought off against Baranor.
So crafting and perception are at disadvantage?
No, crafting is not at disadvantage, but the perception and survival are at disadvantage.
If you got crafting, use crafting. That seems like the best option.
Yeah.
It's one less, but it's not at disadvantage, so ultimately that's probably better.
And you said that the crafting was to like choose the best bridge. Does that mean only one person has to do a successful crafting and we all can choose the best bridge with it?
Yeah, technically it depends. Though if you fail the crafting check, you guys will spend extra time here. That may or may not cause problems.
What's everybody's crafting?
2.
2.
1.
Also, Cam,
Nice.
it does technically change the base of it. It just specifically doesn't increase your defenses, max health, focus, or investiture. So if your speed increases from this, so does like your actual base speed.
I guess that's fair. That's true.
Well, does anybody want to give me an assist on the crafting check? 2 eyes might be better than, or 4 eyes might be better than 2.
Yeah, it's not like there's any check, so really there's no harm in it.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to be prepared to, if we fail this, I'm going to start preparing an exit strategy if like someone's coming along and we can, like I can quickly get us a little hiding place.
Who's granting the assist?
I guess I will.
Jesus, now everybody jump up at 1. 17.
Okay. You find a bridge that looks pretty well worn and seems to be upkept. Following this bridge along the paths, you seem to make decent progress, but you now need to continue. You guys need a certain amount of successes before failures for this one, so
I see.
you can attempt another crafting check if you so choose. Or one of the
we're just
prior
sort of-
mentioned ones as before. Once you fail one of these checks, though, you cannot use that skill again.
Okay, so we're just trying to aim for like a total amount of successes on these.
Correct.
Okay. So, crafting until that fails? Question mark.
I guess
Yeah.
so. That's the safest one. And if we can just keep helping you out.
Ugh, 14.
That succeeds.
Oh,
Yes!
You make further progress. Now you come to another intersection.
$14.
All right, you know that succeeds. You guys are making good progress, but torches can be seen further down the path. You'll need to act quickly, and you cannot take any additional time. The next check cannot benefit from aid and raise the stakes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do we want to do that? What was your crafting again?
It's a 3.
Okay, if we're already raising the stakes, want me to just go ahead with my athletics? Because I have a +7 to that, and the downside to it was that it would raise the stakes.
Go for it.
All right, I I sort of see someone coming and just push up to the front of the group and get ready to barrel forward.
Go ahead.
Nat 20.
Oh my god!
Ooh, I will do a
Opportunist.
Yeah. Oh well.
That is still a complication.
Still got 31 though. Fuck.
Yeah. So, as you see the guards coming, you leap down to a rock face that you noticed before, clinging on to it and using your cohesion to create some handholds for everyone else to follow. You all tried to do this quickly, but your massive group did not allow for enough time to bypass the guards. The guards notice figures diving down below the bridge below. And begin to wave their torches. You can avoid being immediately found if y'all make a collective stealth check with more successes than failures. This opportunity is created due to the fact that you rolled on opportunity.
Fair.
Ooh. Nat 20 for the win.
So everyone needs to roll, and you need to get more successes than failures.
We can do this, guys.
Sorry, guys.
16.
Oh!
Never mind. I lock in when I gotta protect others. Chat. I locked in. What the fuck?
Vardis is gonna come in and save it. Versailles, come on. We know you guys can do this.
We have to get more.
Versailles is just going to
can't
fail
die.
because you keep fucking his name up every time. We got 2 successes, 3 failures, so you can draw if the other 2 make successful checks. Let's see. We'll start with Versailles. That's a good roll. It's all down to Varda.
Here comes his nat 20.
I'm going to let you know. No, he doesn't have stealth.
He's got speed.
He's
Varda,
got 2
ooh-ha.
speed.
You don't need
Plus
stealth
2.
when you
He's
get
a fighter.
20.
All right, I gotta roll this because it's harder to roll skills without checks on NPC sheets. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh?
13?
Oh. 13 was the DC exactly.
I knew it. I knew you would come in clutch. This is why we brought you along. I pat him so hard he falls off the cliff.
I dive after him and get him and bring him back up.
But you needed more successes than failures. But you do have 1 more party member.
Dog, dog, dog.
You have the Axehound puppy. It does have stealth, though.
Wait, don't we have 4 successes versus 3?
No, it's 3 to 3.
Oh, no, it is 4 to 3. No, you're right.
Oh,
Well,
is it?
dog still got a roll.
Paranor.
That means
Paris is all the way up there. Did it first with a 16, then 15, and then a 14 and a 13.
Yep,
that
no,
means
you're right.
dog can mess everything up for us instead. Then
Dog
feels
doesn't
more
need
in
to
character.
Okay,
No, you coward! If you were gonna let him save us, you should let him fail
Okay,
us.
you know what? That's fair.
He's got a point. What the fuck?
Let's go!
I look around.
That's my dog.
I look around and go, "All right, everyone made it, right? Where's the dog?" Just start looking down into the abyss.
Its head pops up out of Luria's backpack.
Oh, you're such a good boy. He'll scratch the top of his head.
Alright,
You
well.
hear above you. Was that a voice I heard?
I mean,
We all
softly,
scream
softly.
in celebration at this dog's amazing stealth skills.
The opportunity is that guy goes to check and accidentally trips and falls into the pit. I'm just kidding.
The guards look over the edge, and you hear above you, must have been seeing things.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Boy, come on. They begin marching off. What a close call.
Paris's heartbeat is for a couple of reasons. First, we had to leap off a rickety ass bridge to a cliff face.
All right. You follow the cliff face down to another set of walkways that continue on. You need to make some more checks. But this time, not quite at the disadvantage that you had before. So you can resume the crafting checks if you so desire.
Also, have we hit the bandits being on edge?
On edge? What do you mean?
I think we got our third.
No, you
Complication.
negated it because you also rolled a
Okay.
simultaneous opportunity in the same roll.
Nice. Thanks, dog. Now we're in the positive because of dog.
No, it was you who did it.
Yeah,
Your
but dog's over
opportunity gave
here.
us a chance.
I just
Oh.
love this dog now. Dog's giving us an extra opportunity on top of that.
Go play.
Not
go
quite how it
play.
works, but you know.
Getting some power armor plating when we get home.
Listen, I hated Vardis when we first met him. Didn't trust him one bit, and then by the end of that adventure, love this guy. Brought him along. Same with dog. He's
All right.
sure earning his keep here.
How do you all wish to continue through the bridges?
Go Paris, craft.
Yeah, that's the safest.
Still getting assists, I assume.
No.
Gulp.
Yes.
Ugh, 13.
That succeeds.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right. You're getting to the end now. You need to make one more success to get through the maze of bridges. So,
All right. $21.
nice.
Yes.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Next is A7. Okay. All right. So, following the bridges, you cut into a arch in the mountainside that leads to some interior structures. Is there a thing for me to read here? No. Okay. Well, actually, I guess I should ask because it does lead to different areas, technically. When you enter in, which way do you go? Do you go forward in this direction, or do you go downward in this direction?
I think we're going down to the prison first.
Well, we assume the prison is down. Or most prisons are
We-
They said under.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
we know the
okay.
prison is under. I said that.
But you're a woman. Why would we listen to you?
Because I'm a light eyes.
Because they're the smart ones.
Because, yeah, you're a light eyes. Why would we listen to you? Eat the rich.
So yeah, probably down. I can't.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right.
Not the only one who's like, God, I hope we don't walk straight into like his temple fucking floor or something, right?
No, I
Oh,
want that.
God.
Yeah. I do want that.
A wide set of stone stairs leads from a ledge and some constructed platforms down into a hallway, which what looks like used to be used as an estate's wine cellar. We are moved
to a place with no visibility of tokens. Oh, God.
Stairs.
Oh. Oh, this is going to be an in-depth dungeon crawl, huh?
You guys have a massive crew. All right. But that's where we'll leave it for today.
That's fair.
As I know an old lady who needs to get to bed soon.
Through.
Oof.
Alrighty, so that's it for today's session. So I guess any kudos, and did anyone make any progress on any of their goals?
I haven't thought of a second goal yet. After
I need to
completing the
change-
first one.
Yeah, I need to change my goals because they seem unaccomplishable now.
Have I made
I know how you feel.
progress toward finding the lost Peak Spren?
Yes.
1 dot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll keep worrying about the goals as as this goes on. I like goals for the idea of it lets me know what you guys want, and it gives you something on your character sheet to pursue. But the game just does not mechanically back up goals that well, so I don't know. But any kudos you have for each other?
Good job, Alicia, for trying to be friends with your fellow Herdazians.
Rip homie. Get rejected by the family.
I know. That hurt.
I appreciate you stepping out of your comfort zone, though.
Good job, Alicia.
Thank you, guys.
Good job to my friend Paris for being a really suspiciously good bridge surveyor.
Well, he is an opportunist, and broken bridges are a really good way to get rid of enemies.
That's
Makes sense.
that's horrible. Knowing the fact that he used to be associated with bridge crews.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's because I used to be part of a bridge crew. Shifty yes.
No, no, definitely not.
Paris over here being like, the best way to easily get rid of a bunch of enemies is take out the bridges. And was like, the bridges are your own people. It's like, I don't see how that has to do with me. That's a matter of perspective.
That doesn't involve my life and my safety. Have I mentioned that Paris isn't a good person?
What?
I feel like people forget about that due to his nature when talking to him.
I never forget about it. I've never trusted you for a bit.
Any other kudos?
As sad as it might have been to immediately like fail like hiding your eyes, I still think it led to a funny moment and allowed us to gain some information still.
That's true. I think
Yeah,
Satal's
Slug's
going through an
true.
interesting amount of character development in this section, more than expected.
Yep. Really trying to do stuff.
Well, you know, it's an interesting situation because, like, of the people here, maybe Lurio might care as much as Satal, but Satal is one of the ones who cares the most about, you know, being an Alethi and being, like, a major part of the war camps and everything. And seeing Rathless just being this ultimate show of inhumanity by the Blackthorn, burning essentially an entire city to the ground, women and children and all, would put any, like, honest people on edge.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
being a honor windwalker.
Windrunner.
Windrunner.
Not
Yeah,
me.
I'm not
I
close.
walk.
slow about it.
What about Wind Jogger?
Wind power walker. That's as far as I'll go.
Well, how'd y'all like the session? It was a lot of more, you know, a lot more checks, a lot more subterfuge.
I think it took us a moment to get into it, but eventually we started rolling and just kept going. So that was a pretty good one.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's
I
one of
will
those-
say I wasn't expecting us to have broken in here and then just immediately go for it. It took me a while to realize we were supposed to just do it. I was under the impression that I was like, all right, we gotta like long game this, like figure out what this place is about, make some plans.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was more just because you guys were kind of struggling to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
To be fair, there is supposed to be a meeting, so that wasn't artificially created or anything like that.
I was just scared by the dang cool sword he has.
I mean, it's a scary weapon. And that's honestly, that's a very interesting point because this well, to be fair, right? In the campaign, you're not normally supposed to fight him until, I think, this chapter is like the earliest opportunity you can. So you didn't have the fight with him like earlier.
Yes, you're not supposed to know. I guess you might know that he has the honor blade if we're supposed to have talked to what's his face, Tom.
Yeah.
But like you're not supposed to know how bad that is for us.
Yeah. But like this chapter is kind of interesting because it gives you a lot of choices on what to do. But also it doesn't really have a lot of like driving force to get the players to where they need to go. Like one of those drivers were supposed to be like talking to Ubo, but that's if you took a route that goes through the carpentry camp. You could avoid this side of the Rathless or that side of Rathless completely if you
we
went
could
in
have
through
just
the main
shown up
gates.
and decided. Oh, I guess that's fair. We could also just shown up at the rock wall, climbed down, and then gone over the bridge right away.
Yeah. And that would take you to essentially the section you're entering in now. So it's very interesting. And then, in fact, like if you talk to people, you find out that Yilt is a shard bearer, which is really scary, especially early game. So like, I don't know what the game really expects for the players to come into this place really thinking.
Yeah, because I was definitely under the impression that like we're probably not strong enough to just rock up and fight this dude.
And maybe that's kind of what they want you to do, and so you kind of like come in and like investigate things. And to be fair, like, there's a lot of opportunities to find out about like some of the rift in the bandits, the zealots and the non-zealots, more or less.
Yeah.
But even then, even under the best circumstances, like, you still are gonna have to face off against Yield.
Yeah, like that was sort of my issue, was that I was coming into it with the impression that we weren't strong enough to go and fight this dude right off the bat, and then nothing we learned gave me any indication that like it would be a good idea to go and fight this dude right off the bat.
I mean, I guess, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. My thoughts are that the idea is for you to come in and figure out like what's going on with the Honor Blade and see what's going on with this guy in general. But like, still, even if you knew what he was planning or whatever, like, what then what? You know?
Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do about that?
I mean, there's a potential with the lieutenant to like even the odds a bit, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, but at best, that's just going to counter the advantage he has in having the zealots under him, you know?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure there's a way to convince Ubo to, like, lead all of the carpentry camp against the bandits. And, like, maybe there's something in the docks.
Yeah, because I'm doing my best not to reveal what I know, because I've read the chapter. But just from my perspective, when you guys entered and everything involved, like, at this point, you guys are coming in like you normally would in the campaign. Like, your different start hasn't really changed that. But it's just like, all right, I guess your job is to come in here and find out what's going on. All right, bandits don't like each other. Maybe we can make that work. But like, then what? You know, bandits fight each other. Are you expecting the bandits to just kill Yilt for you? Kill Yilt for you?
Yeah.
Like, I guess the chapter is just really leaning on the fact that you're going to figure out what you're supposed to do just by doing it, which is not a good way to set a chapter up, I'm going to be honest. Also, I think today's session has really reinforced in me my distaste for the D20.
How we failed 80% of our rolls by a good margin.
How people who failed rolls are supposed to be good at so consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
Nah, mine made sense. It was the rift. It knows.
I mean, right, we could make a cool story out of it. And I do love Satal's story out of this. It's very interesting. And there's some other really cool narrative bits that you guys are just about to get into. You're just kind of dipping your toes into, you know, into Rathalos at this point. So it makes a lot of sense. But I just dislike the D20. I think it's such a inconsistent way of representing skill in a game, because a lot of the time it's just like a slightly better than 50-50 check.
Yeah, I feel like especially at lower levels in games, because it's like my bonuses to checks is like, this is what I want my character to be really good at, but effectively it's insignificant how much better I am at this than anything else I could do.
Like, I will say most of the DCs are like like a 12 or 13, which is not too bad considering most of your bonuses. For a lot of you, you probably have like a 60% or higher chance of succeeding a check that you have relative skill in. But still, it's just like, nothing can save you if you keep rolling in the bottom quarter percentile of the D20 over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, people could say that's just luck, but it's just like, if I was trained in a skill and then I went and did like a couple things in a day and just kept messing up what I thought I knew, I would feel like I didn't know the skill.
Yeah, you get good at skills so that you don't have to rely on luck to do it.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know. This might just be my bias peeking out because of my narrative crunch system.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't have super much of a problem with it, and then we play tested your game, which gave me a taste of not D20, and now going back to it, it hurts. So I'm always on the losing end of it.
Yeah.
And it gives me that one roll in every 50 where it's so good. Me rolling a 31 on my athletics check.
Which, to be fair, that was a very hype moment. That was so crazy because it was simultaneously an opportunity and a complication. So you had the opportunity, a very like hard opportunity to avoid like the event failure, essentially. And you guys crushed it. Not crushed it. You guys got by it so barely. But it was hype.
The NPCs got by it for us.
That's true.
And that's why we brought them along.
Also, Cam, we did the Bridge 9 stuff offline, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I answered that guy's question correctly.
Yeah,
It's a real
also
bummer
we
'cause it was
got a lot of
it was a
viewers
really
today
good
too.
Cool.
Which we're still live, by the way.
This was on the very first episode because I searched through the episodes see if there's any new comments.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
just don't look at comments nowadays.
It's
But
a real bummer that we didn't stream that because it was a really good one shot we did.
it was. Honestly, I don't know why I did it. I guess there's just sometimes I'm just like, I'd like to not stream a game for once. Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we were just sort of messing around.
It was also like the beta test, and so I don't know. But well, that's gonna be it for us today. Thank you all so much for watching. I despite me griping about the D20, this session was pretty interesting, and there's a lot of fun stuff. And again, the radiant powers are so interesting because I have to really consider, like, what can cohesion do in this situation? Which, in Wrathless, there's a lot of opportunities for cohesion to kind of do things. And, you know, if a flying person just wasn't so conspicuous, rather, it, like, being able to fly in Wrathless sounds like a really good thing, too.
True.
Yeah, it's gonna become useful later on, I assume.
I'm sure. So, like, and we have an else caller here too, who could just transmute like sections of wall if necessary. So there's a lot of really interesting situations. It's surprising how honestly they don't come up that much in sections like this. Like, they do and they don't. It's very interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us. I guess we'll go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
Nighty night.
Good night.